Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to Streetside University. Our broadcast today is brought to you by CALABASH. Also, Aya Vegan Kitchens. Today's date is Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025. Our live simulcast is on iYardRadio.com and at youtube.com/iYardRadio. You're invited to phone, text, WhatsApp 876-449-4235 or 876-235-6735. To advertise with us, please call our sales agents at 876-449-4235. You can also email the sales department at iyardradio.com. Over to our host, Dr. Kadamawe Knife.
Yes, I. Greetings and give thanks again for another day, though. Welcome forward to the Grounding said we at the Streetside University. Yeah, it's a island full IWAS though, cause from where the portion of rain I come through, earth need the rain for you, so the place well green again. You see it? Yeah, the whole of the irons them, the whole of the banana them round eye. I smile and the whole of the cane, everything I smile right now for you. Although you know as a farmer, when the rain come forward now, the weed them grow up fast, to say those weeding have to go on straight for the whole time. But I don't mind weeding, because weeding is the best exercise. One of the best exercise for anybody, you know. Because weeding, you know, so you squat, and when you squat, that work on your leg muscle. The Chinese man like to argue say person age as fast as all them leg age, you know. So the more leg exercise you do, the younger you remain and thing and squatting. I know people can attest to that, you know. I was up on the farm, but the man say the farm them always look like them can't get old because that's all. Them always exercise. Plus them are getting the first and the best food, which is the air where I come directly out of the plants and things still. So yes I. So give thanks again for all ones who are going to tune in and share, you know, and get a fullness span the whole. Yeah, aeration. So as always, you know, the program have at least 3 to 4 different components now. Island frequency, we are talking about one Caribbean. And in that segment, we're going to talk to my brother Virgin Damien Hines, you know, from out of Barbados. See, yeah, Damien, I've been Virgin for years. Well, I Damien, Kwame, Marshall, well, I organic farm inspectors and things still through Jome. See, you know, so Damien do a whole of work in the Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean through the Inter-American Institute of Corporation and Agriculture, which is ICA. So I can reason Damien ban some of them fullness there and things still seen. They know I can move straight to Cushion, Tipai, you know. Yeah. And Congo man that is in the farm in my calabash right now. I see man a double portion of man, sweet potato said we roast them out and thing. I see my strip out some eyebite right now, some cabbage. So I do some things same way, you see it? Yeah, and then after that now you just know so we are going to some general reasoning same way. About aeration, you see it? Play some bingy tune same way. So you give eyes. So right now, we're going to link up with our brother Damien. Yes, I greetings, Aya.
Yeah, fire.
I
You hearing that?
Yeah, man, I have to hear the high five.
Man.
True, man.
Well, I see you sitting down in your garden, man. Everything looking
Yeah. Yeah, that's over there. See,
good,
the rest
man.
of
Yes,
them
sir.
in the farm still where you see it.
Good. Yeah.
Man. So talk about Barbados and how do generally. How do weather stay?
Well, up to today we had a whole set of rain, right? So rain coming in. Even up to today, I was looking through some reporting and it's showing how the rainfall fluctuating up to 40% from month to month, right? So you can't really look to follow no pattern in particular. So the place right now, you know, so today we had rain up to flash flooding in certain areas, and tomorrow you may not have nothing at all. You know, so that's how it'll go. But yesterday, no reports of rain, as far as I know. Certainly not in that area, you know. But today, flood. You
You
see,
see, the
so
climate,
this is the kind of thing that you
the
have to deal
climate
with.
change.
And what's that?
I'm saying I think that we are having with climate change and things, you know, so the weather
But
pattern is
there
predictable,
you
you know.
go. There you go.
So,
And you can imagine for us on the inside of work, what is the situation for the farmers who know have to
aye,
plan production, who have to now look to see how they can set up markets, even change crops, look at different varieties from what they used to plant before. Whole set of different considerations have to go into this thing now, you know, and it's throughout the
yeah,
whole Caribbean.
but you know, when you was a Barbados do, what they when I there Barbados now do some work on this MSME thing.
Mhm.
We get to understanding post-COVID says a whole lot of work are going on Barbados regarding agriculture, especially in terms of how we help on water harvesting and sourcing water, same way creating dams. So
That's right.
for me, also the rain and the amplitude can be a challenge for farmers. No, so if you have good harvesting facility when the rain actually comes in this way, now we actually harvest and farmers also have access to the water as well.
That is exactly it. That is exactly it. So yeah, you point a couple of projects, infrastructural projects. I think we have two major dams that were developed, some more to come. And outside of that, farmers have been encouraged to capture more rainwater. So they're taking advantage of some of the incentives that they have there so that they can put these things in place, you know?
See, what are some of those incentives them offering though? Because I know say, let me just make this point, I know say post-COVID, see,
Mhm,
because most of us when we hear about COVID, we think about all of the bad with COVID, the people getting sick. But I get
mhm.
to understand that during COVID now, I never bring in the Barbados. It's pure local food. I never see as a matter of fact a man till I say, I don't know that Bayesians that eat so much breadfruit. See,
But,
but the breadfruit people are eat. And after COVID, that
yeah.
same kind of trend has continued where there's been an increased interest. I get to understand in agriculture in Barbados. So what are some of those specific incentives that are being offered to support these kind of thrust in agriculture right now in Barbados?
All right. Well, a lot of the incentives, truth be told, were existing before, huh? And is
Yes.
the case that, but COVID now, as I said, because COVID drew a lot of people to agriculture, a lot of people were now being made aware of some of these incentives. So you get say incentives for like security, like if you have to put up fencing, if you have like poultry pens for your construction of your house, for water
Mhm.
harvesting technologies, and you're getting up to, I mean, the limits may be 40,000, 50,000 you're getting back, but you're getting up to like 40% on certain things too. You know, so yeah, it could be meaningful.
But
It could be
40 and
meaningful.
50,000 enough money about Jamaica money you talk about Bayesian currency, you know,
Major
but
money, yeah, yeah. So
what
like
exchange rate of the
40,000 is like
Bayesian currency to the
20,000
US?
US. Yeah. So
All right.
40,000,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe 20,000 US, yeah.
So it's a good
Is that the set of
money.
money? Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure.
I
Definitely
remember,
think that worth it. And interestingly too, you know, you can get in within the Scotland district. So they have two geographical zones in Barbados. One is predominantly limestone, and you have in the countryside in the east, where is the Scotland district, where it's more hilly and you find more undulating land and thing, right?
yeah,
More clay soil. In those areas, you actually can get a rebate of $5 per fruit tree per year. Now, the ministry has a list of fruit trees that they would that they allow the incentive for. But a
yeah,
whole heap, you know, from pomegranate, you name it. The only thing that they now deal with is like them perennial plants, like not perennial, annual, like banana and thing. You know, things that you
yeah.
cut down every year and so. But any plant that is perennial, you can get a
I
rebate,
love that
any
fire,
fruit tree.
you don't know when I sipping on our virgin. I need to know. Hope I need to plant out the whole of 16 acre beer fruit tree.
Yes, sir. You know that. Yeah, man. A
Just
food
getting those
forest.
incentives.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, man, I know saying in the next couple of years, because once that program really take off, you know, Barbados will come like one big food forest, man.
You know, interestingly enough, you call a commodity there breadfruit. Now,
Yeah,
again, since COVID, a lot of ones had to go back and it was ground food, it was breadfruit, it was a lot of things. And interestingly enough, within the Rastafari community, because this thing of growing food and having a food sovereignty within the space was
yeah,
always a thing. You know, brethren and them would tell me that they never really felt the impact and all of this line up outside for food and this having a shopping day and so on, because again, the food security was there, right? So it taught a lot of lessons, right? It exposed a lot of people because we come to realize a lot of people don't even know how to build fire again. You know, so it's one thing to talk
Mm.
about you have the breadfruit, but you don't know how to roast breadfruit. You have to go and call people to come and help with all the things. So it exposed a lot of things, right? But interestingly enough,
See?
you know, coming out of this, we do some work because Barbados actually exports breadfruit. Breadfruit is an
Yes.
export commodity from Barbados right now. Yet there is no data collected on breadfruit. So we don't know how much breadfruit actually contributing to food security on a national level, on a community level, household level. But I mean, the evidence is there because one thing people would talk about, during the day in Barbados, we know that there's one person at any time of day, given time of day, there's one person on the road with a long stick going to look for breadfruit. You know, that's almost a reality because it's all, especially in the country, that is how
Yes,
people,
I.
yeah, every day breadfruit getting picked.
And what I learned as well too is that them not only just selling the product in raw state. A lot of people doing a lot of minimal processing, and I heard a number of
Yeah.
persons who, because of course them ready to slow down, them start to prepare food and sell from in them house. Seeing so
Mhm.
a lot more people making like chips and things from breadfruit and other stuff as well in Barbados.
Yeah, no, the processing industry, that cottage level industry has taken off. And again, there are incentives for persons to get involved. There is actually an International Food Science Center, I believe is the name of International Food Center that
I
was
mean, them build a
established.
facility, man. They build a facility to do processing as well.
Yeah, that's right. A state-of-the-art facility that persons can go with their ideas and rent a space, so they don't necessarily have to put out all the money to do everything at their own. So those things are being offered more and more now. I understand that we're supposed to have some crayfishing or shrimp fishing in the same reservoirs that we talk about
Yeah.
for agriculture and so on. So that supposed to also add, and on the fencing they're gonna grow corally and a lot of different good food and things for you.
Boy, that is so, hey, may I tell you still enough, yesterday, man, sometimes a cry, what them call a crisis, really generate a lot of opportunities, and remind
Opportunities. No,
of the importance of the ancient live at the rural people.
no, it is. As I said, one we see that more and more. As I said, COVID would have taught us a lot of lessons. But as I said, even coming out of that, you're finding persons more, particularly on the food security side of things, because even before COVID, and we know COVID, the virus, and things, people recognize that you could have taken a lot of tonics and things, local bush and them kind of
Yeah,
things to strengthen the body. But even when you look at the more complicated issue and the more, I guess, endemic challenge we have, which is NCDs, and people
yeah, man.
recognizing we can't really be continuing with this processed food because we recognizing the contributing factors. Yes, we having less and less exercise and so, but I think one of the main contributing factors is the food that we eating and people taking note of it. I know the Caribbean Food and Nutrition Institute has been doing a lot of work on researching Caribbean foods like
Yeah,
pomegranate and mango and avocado and showing how we can substitute a lot of the foreign foods with these foods and so. And I think that people are really starting to take heart with these type of foods and wanting to see more and more of it um, locally produced.
that's important, because again, we know that Barbados has one of the highest obesity rates in the region as well. Now we know, as I say with the
Yeah,
NCD,
man.
as a man said, Virgin, the imported bad food kill more people in the Caribbean than gun violence. And so while the Caribbean
Yeah.
might have a strategy to deal with violence in the region, many of things that we don't emphasize enough the strategy to deal the most with the biggest silent killer of our people, which was food.
Mhm.
And so the whole fullness of food, health, and wealth sovereignty is extremely important. And just with breadfruit, because I say breadfruit is one of the best things that the people with diabetic consume because they have very low, high remember, glycemic index count
Like
as
this.
well. So it's
Sure.
not creating a problem. So it's essentially what we are learning. While we might have, as we grow and we learn more things and our consumption patterns are changed, still should we say we have to respect the wise mind of the ancients, the wise mind of the elders who are from the rural spaces.
Mhm.
Because our people at them time were planting so much food. Seeing, but we know post the 1980s with the whole thing of liberalization, which accelerated the 1990s, we find that the consumption of imported food increased significantly. And the
Yeah.
production of local food actually started to decrease in many islands. As a matter of fact, it is shown now that the only country in the Caribbean that actually have a positive export, net export for food is actually Guyana.
Yeah.
Seeing, but based on what we hear and see happening in Barbados, seeing in a short while from now, we should see significant reduction in the importation of certain things and an increase in the consumption, especially of food. And here, Virgin Machel. I remember Machel a couple of years ago. If you remember when Machel went to that conference in Africa, where him got that award, and what
Mm-hmm.
Machel came back and said to her and I was that he was saying that the most demanded thing is going to be tropical fruit because they are saying those are going to be more crucial for the production of baby food globally.
Right.
So even
Yeah,
though
man.
it kind of taking as for discourse currently the Caribbean about baby food production, the fact that Barbados, I mean, is a very instrumental person in those works, that Barbados is actually creating a lot of food forest programs. I'm using that word directly because it's implanted of fruit
Mm-hmm.
trees. We anticipate that it's going to create a lot of opportunities for persons in terms of minimal processing.
Sure.
Whether they are pure ratings,
Sure.
whether they are solar dry things, whether they are freeze dry things, etc. But we know there's also an emphasis on women in agriculture in Barbados. What is happening there, so?
Yeah, and in fact,
What are,
one of the things that ICA is I guess one of the signature work that we do in the region, not just in Barbados, is to with a focus on women in agriculture. How we integrate women more,
yes,
whether at the productive level, level of advocacy, level of the same processing and cottage industries, and so on. And interestingly enough, here within recent times, the the Rastafari organization, one of the Rastafari organizations in Barbados, ICAR, the Ichirugian Council for the Advancement of Rastafari, is chaired by a female, right? And they have
yeah, that's the way we won the restaurant.
Sheba, yes, you know her, yeah, man.
Isla Full I said that I tell them the most popular restaurant
In Barbados,
in Idol food restaurant in
yeah,
Barbados.
and one of the longest standing ones too, you know. Them was around for more than 30
Yes, I
years, you
am.
know, so them was really one of the pioneers in this movement. But yeah, so they actually have a farming program. And one of the things that,
It is near any place in Martins
yeah, it
Bay.
is in Bath, Bath St. John. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're looking to do some
Okay.
organic farming and a mixed farming type operation. And one of the things we're trying to do is to help them link with the hospitality markets. Well, of course, you know, Barbados, one of the biggest
Yeah.
industries in Barbados is tourism. So we have,
Tourism. Yeah.
and in season, we have probably more Bajans when you come cruise ship passengers in terms of mouths to feed potentially during the day, right? We have a lot of them that
Mhm.
we have to consider. So we are trying to see work on programs through the Barbados Agricultural Society. You know, a lot of these things call for a lot of networking and bringing a lot of people together. So
Yes.
we're working with the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, the Barbados Agricultural Society, and some of these other farmers organizations to try to make that link happen. You know, it's actually a,
I remember Barbados was very nice. Barbados was a very nice landscape. Because I see farm tourism is a big opportunity as well. So, to get the food to the hotels, but also to get some of those tourists to leave the
and
hotels
coming
and
to,
the tours on some of these farms and things,
yeah,
them can actually see what's happening and actually get fresh food from the farms. And I remember, anytime I try to Barbados, it's hybrid in space I see.
yes, sir.
I see I
Yeah,
interpret ocean eco stable
yeah,
and you
yeah,
seeing. I'm like, I need to plant all over the place where enough
yeah,
fruit
man.
trees. But when I go to the whole of Barbados, if you go up which part of the spring there, with Starline, them. Let me know there, but that spring name again.
Pot
The one
house,
where I was ago.
pot house spring, pot
Pot
house, yeah,
house
man.
spring. See, I
Yeah,
remember
beautiful
the
place, you
sweetest
know.
papaya a pot house I get them from.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So imagine a tourist now. If you set up pot house as a
Yeah,
big food forest. And the people them going in there so to experience what it's like being on the farm, but also going to the spring
that's
same
right.
way.
Yeah,
Yes, I mean, just as always, I youth from Jamaica go there and enjoy myself.
exactly.
And the same way I think most people have that same kind of
Yeah,
vibes, you
man.
see?
Yes, sir.
So do we have any programs though? Well, probably that is not your area, But are there programs being done to set up um farm attractions as part of the tourism package in Barbados? And if it isn't, there might be an opportunity to do so.
There are, in fact, interestingly enough, um, we have one case where a former sugar factory has been converted into like a
Yeah.
vendor space, like a vendor's mall, and they have like entertainment spaces and so on. So people can actually come to this space, um, trade and so on. And obviously, it's bringing people into the rural community, right? There are
Nice.
other areas, other projects that have been looked at, but not to the scale perhaps as this one, where, as I say, you have maybe dozens, scores even of vendors and so on that are participating in this
Yeah.
thing. As I said, a lot of the cottage industry people would come and vend, and as I say, and they have arrangements with the cruise ships that the tourists would come on the buses to come up and experience and patronize the place and thing. You know, one of
Yeah,
the
you know, them say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with the
yeah.
first step. See, and that's a really good
So we
step.
have
You more ask though, David.
uh,
The place, I remember when I there, Bobby, I talked some youth at one place, was the St. George's High School. Remember that because I school I go out here with St. George's College. And I must say, St. George's in that area they used to be seen like a kind of bread basket in the valley
that's
right
right.
there. So,
Yeah, yeah.
are there any plans how to revive that place? They have a phenomenal principal at that school. I can't forget that bridge, you know.
Okay.
But are there any plans now to look at how we can reinvigorate production in that plain area there? So,
Well, production is going on there. There are in the
yes.
main plantation area there is some um, crop production going on. Interestingly, that same area used to be well known for papaya production, papaws, until the bungee top come and lick it
Yeah.
out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that was a major
See.
spot for
Yes,
crop
immediately
production.
plant a lot of ground food around that area as well
Yes,
to still,
man,
you
it's
know.
very good for it. Deep soil, excellent area for production, right? And yes, um, there are efforts right now. As I said, I know there's a farmer in the area that's controlling a large tract of the land, but the major threat, as we talk about the positives and so on that going on, but the major threat is the land coming out of agriculture, because I know there have been applications for some of that same land in that same area to be um, transitioned into commercial and residential
Housing.
purposes. You know, because
I'm careful still
that
now.
is one of the dangers. In fact, that's one of the interestingly enough, we had a couple months ago we had a session with some farmers to talk about resilience and disaster planning, and one of the brethren mentioned that the biggest disaster right now in the farming industry is the land coming out of agriculture. Because you know that one thing, once it come out, it's very difficult to return it to agriculture because of all the different things you
Exactly.
do with it. So that is one of the
Exactly.
biggest threats to the sector right now. But I know we have through the Ministry of Agriculture a champion, because as we know, they have always rejected any call to move land from agriculture. But again, this is
Yeah.
national policy that we talking about now. You know.
Well, we know all this course surrounding food, health, and wealth security. Them have to pay a lot of attention to the whole thing of maintaining agricultural land. I mean, I thought just as a country as Barbados, but I talk about as a region. We have to really look at that and people have to start to see everything about more vertical infrastructure development and horizontal infrastructure
Yeah,
development. So the footprint of the much less. We
that's
can't
right.
eat
Yeah,
concrete.
yeah,
I tell you,
yeah,
I have seen in Jamaica. In Jamaica, that what we have done is that we have cut down trees and plant houses. And then when you cut
mhm,
down trees and plant houses, the place get hot. And so now I have to go to courts to go buy a fan and an AC.
yeah.
When that fans and
Correct.
AC do in the cool breeze and blow the air that is around us, if you have no trees around you, it's a
Yeah.
waste of time to have the fan and the AC same way, you know.
No, no,
But
no. It's true.
a
It's very
beautiful
true.
thing about Barbados, though, Bridget, because as Caribbean people love to talk about the island, I'm small. I'm raised as an illusion. I have not been to
Mm.
a Caribbean island that I think is small. I mean, in a very biased but contextual way. What I mean is that I do not know of anybody in Barbados or in Jamaica or in Montserrat or St. Lucia or St. whoever walked out their entire island. We can drive around it,
Yeah.
yes, but
Correct.
never
Yeah.
walk out. And the other day when I go, you see, when you go Martins Bay, because you're a place, you know more than I.
Yes, sir.
I'm going
Yeah.
for the Virgin carry up into the mountains and fire. Seeing because we are
Ah.
traveling on the whole islands. And the amount of land I see, seeing the
Mm-hmm.
amount of empty land I see in Barbados. I mean, I see some place I take some picture and I say, what? The place is so nice. But it's what I'm doing there, man. It's like, oh, George is now is a bit closer to the Bridgetown. But finally, the
Uh-huh.
commercial man will attack those lands first. And the lands that are
Mhm.
further in the mountain areas, in the hilly areas, they are not going to attack those. So it is important for us then to make sure so we advocate for greater use of those. I remember your hills are not so high and them not so steep, So
Mhm.
you can still do a lot of
Yeah.
plant on those
No,
hills.
it's true. It's true. Yeah, man. We have technology that we can use to bring in to adjust with the slopes and so.
It's a nice
As
place
we
for
have
that
been done.
spring.
Terracing and thing. Yeah.
And I want to just make sure, remember, just debunk some illusions where we learn. So, for example, I'm going to tell you, oh, Barbados don't have no river. Barbados don't have no this. Lie them I tell. No, Barbados don't have no big river like a Black River.
Yeah,
But I
true.
have been to Barbados and about 3 or 4 different spring I know. Now when I go to
No,
the
it's
place,
yeah.
river them.
Yeah. And I'm sure you would have drive over enough bridge too, particularly in
I mean,
Scotland district. You see it, so yeah. So they can't.
come on,
You didn't have
some
no bridge if you
guys
had the
say,
water course, right? Yeah,
when we find the Damien man, I say we as island people don't know what island them man. Because we're
yeah.
stuck in the place where we grow. And no matter
True.
how small or how big the island is, we're not going around. But I'm going to tell you, and I say this to anybody, go to any Caribbean territory. I know I live. When I reach in a place, the first thing I want is find where the springs because I want to the spring.
Yeah.
And every Caribbean place that I have been to, I am able to find very nice green spaces that have water as well. And so
Yeah,
we
man.
need to stop telling these lies that we don't have no river, we don't have no spring. We might not have no big river. Barbados
Yeah.
is not Guyana. So I'm not expecting if you have a Essequibo,
Yeah.
or a Berbice River, you know.
Yeah.
But when I see the amount of water running from the same pot out spring, plus you have a spring, you have a spring for Kensington College as well, too, you know, so. You have a
Mm-hmm.
spring for
Yeah,
Kensington.
man. Upcoming. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
In
you say,
fact,
place full of spring. When I play, say, again, I can't remember the names them. And if it's St. Andrew, but one place have a lot of springs right now. Again, I'm being told that based on the water harvesting program, people are looking at the areas that used to have a high levels of water flow. But when you look, the spring at Patos is always running.
always running. I can tell you,
Always.
the same Codrington College always running. They have
All right.
thing up in St. Andrew that always running.
All
They
right.
have a few springs. Pori Spring always running. Fortescue Spring always running. No man, it's Bath Spring. They have a spring in Bath that always running.
Always running.
No man, yeah, always running. So and in
I
fact,
that's why
yeah, as you say,
all right. As Rastafari, we know so we're always interested in nature and things, so we have to actually find and identify those springs.
yeah,
But that general education about our landscape and what is there, we have to promote those across all different islands because you'll find that a tourist will come to Barbados. Because even though I say myself as a Caribbean man, so he's not a tourist in the Caribbean. I'm not telling you, he's not a tourist. But if I was to see myself as a tourist, it probably means I know more of the natural spaces in Barbados than many Bayesian. And so it
yes,
seems
sir,
like
yeah. I worried about that. Yeah, man.
it's a better place than the Caribbean than the people who come in the Caribbean.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So we
No.
need while we are promoting the whole thing of the food and the health and wealth security, I'm saying I want to promote more of what we call Caribbean local tourism. It's not bad to get a one who's outside the Caribbean to come to Barbados. But
Yeah,
as
man.
Asians and Jamaicans and Trini and Munster, everywhere we come from, we must start try to full joy as much as I can the different territories within the Caribbean region. Me I show you that because just I'm telling you, the sweetest papaya I ever eat is from Pato Spring. I mean, I tell you
All
that
right.
when Starline was alive and things still.
Yes,
You
sir.
see it? And
Yeah,
I
man.
can tell you about other places that I go to and things still. See? We hear enough about Barbados cherry. You see? You have Barbados lime. See? If I can tell about different countries where we know so have so much different unique things about them. But many are I and I not fully aware of those things. So we're still the program nowadays, man. So I'm going so in terms of what would you given your expertise as an agriculture person now, what would you would give as an advice, not just to the Barbados government, but to the governments across the Caribbean as it relates to agriculture in the reality of climate change that we face?
Yeah. Well, it's a lot, but certainly we have to pay attention to resilience. We have to pay attention to ensuring that our farmers have the technologies, the capacity to adjust to climate change, to drought conditions, to intense rainfall. We have to make sure that well, I'm not, I can't speak for the Caribbean, but certainly in Barbados, we need to strengthen our market systems. I think that is something that is could do with some strengthening, because right now, as I say, the the way it is now, with kind of informal systems, it leaves the place open for a lot of predatory larceny and a lot of importation, because people could say they don't know that they have and they don't have, and a lot of different things, right? So we need to concentrate on data
Yeah,
collection. Um, we need to data collection and management is a
so we know
key
what
thing
what.
that we need to strengthen up. And of course, the whole thing of regional
Mm-hmm.
trade, because from time to come in agriculture, we've been talking about how do we move food from one Caribbean country to
Yeah,
another and so on, right? Yes, we talk about the food sovereignty at the local level, which is important, but I think um, even to support each
yeah,
other,
man.
we could be trading a lot of food, and
You're right.
so I would say those things, trade, market, strengthening marketing, and the capacity so that we could grow food. And when I talk about resilience, I'm speaking about the transition now to systems that rely less on less on pesticides
Yes, I.
and synthetic chemicals. So because I think ultimately that is the way the world is going. That is the way the Caribbean is even perceived. I mean, you were talking just now about us as Caribbean people, and the kind of way we live, and so, and while we as some of us in our own spaces don't know the country, the people of foreign expect that we understand our
Mm-hmm.
country and what it is that makes our country different from other spaces, because you can't go and tell nobody about a tongue and buildings and them kind of thing. They have buildings all
Exactly,
over the world.
exactly.
You know?
Them do
So
have a
what
pothouse.
it is you're
That's why I
gonna
say
do
them do have
to,
a Cattington.
yeah,
Them do have a pothouse.
good.
But them will have building. Them will have shiny
Exactly.
building, but they can't build a pothouse. They can't build a Cattington.
Right.
His own earth can do that
Yeah.
for you and things still. So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah. So I guess and so therefore, as we marketing our food, and so I think we have to tell our stories, because as I say, we have a unique story.
exactly, exactly. And in reality,
We have a
brother,
unique
as I
story
said,
to
the
tell.
cost of transportation of goods and people across the region is too expensive. So CARICOM have to play a significant role in terms of how we deal with transport of goods, services, and people. And in reality, if we have such a very high import bill, where we Jamaica alone import 1 point is enough US dollar worth of food, Jamaica import. See, the Caribbean, as a matter of fact, import billions of dollars worth of food. So it means then the market is there. So you're right. How do we deal with proper harvesting? Marshall, our brother who's a specialist in post harvesting. How do we proper post harvesting to ensure that we have supplies of food locally when you have droughts or when you have floods? How do you deal with
I think I
food
lose it.
distribution in terms of the transportation, but the post harvesting is crucial to support the distribution and transportation as well. And how we deal with the processing and making sure that we put food in ways that is easily transported, it can easily store, and it means that we always have it just in case any situation like a COVID emerges, you know.
Mhm,
So yes, my brother
mhm.
dear man, I give thanks to yeah, time, help your family, your empress and the youth them and things for all of my brethren them where you seen Barbados, heal them fear
Yeah,
and thing
man.
man, and just continue to keep up the
Give time.
work so they are them keeping up the man. And I reach forward to the eye again in the near
Mhm.
future to reason some more
Yeah, man. No
and some of these
problem.
things so yeah man. We could continue to educate and inform our people about the different opportunities that are
Yeah.
there in the region and to remind them of how beautiful, how islandful the Caribbean place is, and when I
Yes,
want
sir.
nowhere else.
Yes,
Let
sir.
them keep
Yeah,
them
man.
country. We have 14 places in the Caribbean, like 14 parishes in Jamaica, which we can go at any point in time and have a really full life, brother. You see it?
Yeah, man. Nice. Real talk. That's the real talk, you know. As I say, we have our own unique things to give.
I
And
mean,
together, yeah, we speak
I
loud, you
mean,
know. We speak loud. We
no
speak
man.
loud.
We give
As
thanks
I
again
say,
to him, man,
the
and
earth,
whole
the earth
life
need
goes
our
man of
humanity, you know.
prayer.
Yeah, man.
Highly,
Nice, give
highly.
thanks. Give thanks for
Yes,
the
I.
invitation and continue to do your work, man. Give thanks for
Yes,
the
I.
thought. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man.
Go on,
Heal
man.
all one
Yeah,
side,
man.
man. Heal
And
all
all
one
your
side.
listeners and things, yeah, man. Go for it.
Highly,
Yes, sir.
Yes, I. Yeah, man, that's my brother, you know. Dear man, you know. Years and things for ya. Portion of iron as far as I'm. Dear man, and Kwame, them man, Siley, them man, Marshall, all the iron as far as you through the region. I always promote the fullness of agriculture. When you man they talk, all of them I ask them about him personal thing, but them man they are farmer, you know. Yeah, a farming them man they deal with them and I just promote agriculture. Them man they farm him things see me, them man they have them farm. You me I tell one bridge in Ainity. Seeing Ainity and Empress Samantha and the youth them near and all of the youth them away I say man. Favorite space at the Barbados, Martins Bay, St. John's Martin Bay, Ocean Echo Stable. When I let them place the fire, you hear the ocean and lick up on the cliff them. Hey, fire, I know overstand our people in the region. Now travel through the region. You ever travel through the region, man, because the places where you go and the things where you see and the people you meet is phenomenal. I understand why them guys are from outside the Caribbean as come to the Caribbean as for them I call vacation, you know. Yeah, because as I say, when I travel to Jamaica and I land in any high people place, it's a different kind of vibes. See, because something you take a break from your own country, you know. See, and going to the next place now, but the vibration is different. And I want to know, say, when I step in any country, the first place I go is the market, you know. And the market I go. See it? Because the market tell you exactly what going on in the country and you kind of get a unique perspective on the culture of the people in that place. And all our people have market. See? Love the place, man. May I tell you, and I have to promote my bridging place, which is Island place, Ocean Economy, because when I go to fire. I remember when I first got a Barbados, more than 2 decades ago, I ain't have place, man, Empress Samantha, and I build the place. And I plant all the tree right now. Why, there was a coconut tree, I ain't have every fruit tree I can't think about the ain't place there. I mean, I show the eye. See? I remember clearly I ain't about 2 or 3 sauce-up tree right outside them house there. Hey, when I go by the first place, I got so much ripe sauce-up on one tree. And ain't is a man, I make sauce-up juice. He must sell sauce-up. But to come make a tree, plus a beer and a beer and a beer and a beer. But you see them you there, them Empress Samantha, them have such a positive vibe. So I'm fine. Say, anyway, you have positive people, things just flourish higher. Same thing with Damien and them. Them vibes is so positive. That's everything the ones them do. Flourish. So I give a shout out to all the high bridging them in Barbados, you know. Marcus, I know I do work with the ministry, I do with youth, I bridging the control the Yes program. I assist in Andrea St. John, aka Gridley, who they Harrison College and things still. Seeing? Yeah. I know say slightly in between Barbados and Tanzania or Senegal. One them place say, remember Brahim too, an expression from Barbados. Seeing the next organic farm inspector, same way. Hey, how you say, man? No guy can't tell you nothing about bridging, man. No guy. You can't tell you nothing about INI people in the Caribbean. One Caribbean. Seeing there's no duplicate. There's no substitute. Seeing? I'm just want INI people, despite where you see I go on in your country, if there are any drawbacks or any flaws, as I INI channel the Bingi, I make the INI play some Bingi for like a 1 or 2 or 5 minutes. INI never get weary fire. No guy can trick I get in my head. To come talk about say I can't trust I people and I can't like them I must trust. So if I can't trust Caribbean people, I'm going to trust stranger. I will trust the people who enslave INI people. I don't know joke thing nobody bridging. See? And with the guy them just make it so expensive for INI to travel through the region. It is cheaper for INI to travel from here to go to New York than from here to Barbados. And I see more amount of time it take. It's just a straight flight. The man broke up the flight and that's I was spend. I have to leave from here to Barbados now. I have to leave in the morning and reach in the night. Yesterday I can take 1 straight flight and reach in Barbados. in a very short space of time, like 2-3 hours. So you come at the man them deliberately make transportation so difficult. And yes, they're doing enslavement. You know what's such problem in enslavement for transporting between island to island. You know what's such problem with transporting between Jamaica and Africa. Right now, Barbados have a straight flight from this to go to Africa enough for you. See? So I say, if we go shift around this situation that we find ourselves as Caribbean people, remember the things that Damien mentioned for your bun. How we support transportation of food across the region. That logistics component. And again, when the Caribbean is re-emerging in a logistics space now. We see the amount of work being done in Jamaica in terms of the port authority for the logistics center. You know. We see the work we are going to Guyana. We know the work we are going to Bahamas. And we know the work is taking place in different Caribbean territories. See, my brother Clearman currently usually argue. Prof. Clearman currently usually teach you. I said the man they mash up the Caribbean, the man them stop using the boats that carry people. Come to Jamaica during them time in the 1960s and 1970s and things still seen. We need to re-establish some shipping thing for your ball where I can travel through the region. And currently they tell me say them sail at night and them stop off a day. So at daytime we them come off of the boat and learn about different islands and things. And then at the night part now, when you know so at time them sleep on the ship at night time, by the boat at night time. Them things have happened again for your ball, man. Yeah man, I love any people for you. No guy can get no head about none. Breadlocks go plant some bingy and go and burn Rome fireball. Yeah, chance some bingy. So I go in and now in the reasoning with Kush. I'm in the farm to in my calabash, but I'm gonna say give you 5 minutes with the eyes is that we can go and lick the Pope same time.
NYAHBINGI. I this. When you come higher in the picture. Yeah, when you come yeah, when you come higher in the picture. Oh, no, babe.
Greetings, greetings. Give thanks for joining us today for a broadcast of Streetside University. Remember, Streetside University is sponsored by CALABASH. Saying, yeah man, check them out on IG, CALABASH. Also, Aya Vegan Kitchen. Please subscribe to them on IG and also on all the social media platforms. Of course, we also have our new edition, This Strong Season 2 production being added. Yes, one. One, yes, yes, one, yes. See, now this is a production company that has joined us. Saying, yeah, man, one, yes. Saying, so big up Jacob in the building. Saying, come out. Yeah, man, big up. Come on. Yes, I. Big up family. Saying, welcome to the team. Of course, we have I Kush in the building. Also, Dr. Kadamawa Knife. And I Pie. Yes, I. Give thanks. So again, for those persons joining us for the first time, we broadcast every Tuesday from 5 to 9 p.m. So please share the link. We're on YouTube. And of course, subscribe to iYard Radio. In our next segment at 7:10, 10 minutes past 7 Jamaican time, we look at sustainable community development, living in the positive. This is where we look at social enterprise models that are practicing right now in the field. We, of course, invite those persons to come in and speak about just the development of their social enterprise and so on. So give thanks for our next guest coming forward, Virtue. Andre Virtue of the Ballers Foundation, Sports for Development. Yes, I. So we give thanks to the vibration. We give thanks to the energies of the ones them coming through. Again, this is iYard Radio, the community online radio. Remember to subscribe. Remember, if you wish to advertise here on Streetside University, you may email us at iyardradio@gmail.com.
Some will our corner. I run question you ever come a big and ask the ganja? That is an ask foolishness. Now you see urban artists can sing so.
Yeah, greetings and welcome forward to the reasoning. Streetside University. So here now in the segment we call living in the positive, where we actually have reasoning people who know doing a whole heap of impactful work out there, and through the discussion we're gonna bring certain things into context in terms of how we talk about impact and how we measure these things and how we monetize it too. You know, that's something that I think very, very important. So I'm gonna talk to our bridging now, which is when people see people can do him, Andre Virtue. See, but I'm show you something. Because them just come forward, I show him say about 7 or 8 idea right so. So I go Georges and my brother in DMS and I go KC. See, Yako go Dintil. Kamaho go. Yeah, me sure, yeah man. Kamaho go Excelsior. And I brother Breadlocks go Calabash. And before they come forward, I tell him, say, you know, says that bridge we never like with bag at school. I never say, yeah, but I would never like it, but see, yeah, and I saw, and this is the reality because the gift where the I have now, you want to forget, but the one way all I know about is ball game, see? And Georges and JC, they play enough ball. That time Andy them a play, and them a ball, you know. And there I have a kick from We Out Fire.
Today I'm birthday, man.
Today Andy birthday.
Bless up my boss.
You see? No, I tell you, I say, you know, so there is a bridge where I love, you know, but I never like the eye. So I show you. And that is, I think, because my son, Congo man, I go GSE. See, yeah, I go GSE. Big up Kaliman, ask the Guyana, yeah. And so the bridge who, but I know there's so much positive work. And doing the positive work in the era where we dislike him for the most. Yeah, because when we say that we win the house and make we lose, I don't like that. But no, you make everybody win the Jamaica based on the work we do. Using the same football. So it's really a good vibe. So to really slow down and talk to you about the work that you're doing and give you a chance to share so people can be aware. Because I know the work and it's a model that other people can look at it and that in terms of not necessarily the same program but methodologies and approaches to getting things done. So welcome.
It's great to be here, man.
Yeah.
Honor.
Yeah. So yes, my brother. So tell us a little about the organization, Ballers.
Yeah, as you said, Ballers is in me. It started with my dad. You know,
Yeah.
loving the game and you know, it's been around him, giving back. Always helping another youth and just growing up playing the game. So Ballers is really out of my own struggles, my own successes, my own challenges, traveling the world, playing the ball, meeting people, and just had a sense that God was telling me to come back home and give
man.
back.
Well, you know,
So-
sometimes there's no such thing as coincidence. Because I tell you, again, I go forward when I'm a youth. I'm a bigger youth for the item, I would say then. See, and I remember one time, I don't know which country, I think 2 years ago, Must Italy and Brazil, them come and say, I want to youth.
Yeah.
See, when I for the and Andy, but my certain said, they go do.
Yeah, man, we went to Holland, went to PSV.
See?
Yeah, went to
Yeah.
PSV Eindhoven.
I mean, and when I see it, I say, no, them youth, there will be some serious ball and thing. And the beauty though is that, say, as I say, you get that kind of inspiration from your father, but you continue to work. But it's also a key part of there as well, and you're doing some phenomenal work with young youth. Seeing and yeah, and unlock and yeah, develop a lot of the skill. But yeah, so tell me what you do at ball as itself though. What is it? Why your main focus?
So the main focus is using the sport to transform lives. You know, the ultimate thing is so powerful and medium. Kids run up and down, play ball and love it. But outside of just loving it is what message come with the ball.
Yeah.
You know, it's not enough just to play the ball. So the ball opened up doors for so many of us. Our lives changed, you know, meeting people, traveling, getting an education. And so the emphasis is really using the sport, football, to help to make them the winners on and off the field. And you think about that, there's so many levels that you can talk about.
Because I'm a student because you have the game itself, but you have the mind part, you know? That mind part. How you address it, you know, that thing, because you know, say I have to tell myself to be focus and concentrate, be disciplined and be confident. And some of me I said to them because it's like me I try to program my brain to have a certain kind of mindset. And once I have that, I know say all of you them gifted, so they move now kind of automatic pilot from them have that. How do you address that kind of thing with some of these youths? You know, and the demographic of these youths who you engage. So you get the idea of the background.
So, you know, we have baller from all over the place, whether it come from a school interaction or it come from a bridging from a community who say, yo, I have a baller I put in your hand, or just a youth who would love the game. So it don't partial to nobody. Yeah. You have uptown, downtown, middle, all over the place. And that bridge is really the beauty about it, because, you know, it happens so natural and authentic. You know, try to force a particular class or a particular set of people. But when talent meet talent not enough. And so the reality about it is it can't just be about talent. We reach so many levels playing the game and you realize, you know, so it's not because I can play ball, it's something else. Yeah. The character, the discipline. And so every moment is a teachable moment. True. So us as coaches, how powerful we are, we don't really know. True. The words we use, the environment we create. Yeah. And so some of them youth are not a father, some of them youth are single family. Don't hear somebody say, oh, I love you, I believe in you. So those things kind of make the youth them who come around have a little bit more respect for you. And that little pace of respect make you can speak into them life. You know, it's that thing I listen to, and I remember Chongfa. Seeing that ancient, I'm loving now, Winston Chongfa. I link I one time I said, boy, now if you want to write a plan. See, I said, I'm going to develop a football academy and things still out. I came on that and I sit up and type up something to still type up a document and thing, you know, but doing the reasoning. Chongfa to why. Because Chongfa go like a Rasta man, you know, so him go when I said to why I say, nah, if it's when me just think say, a football I bet them play. Everybody can play ball, but the ball not them play ball. It's a different thing in the pan. See, can I say my ask I say how long I think a man best and we know based on the way I ask a question, it can't be over time. Yeah. Because I kind of see the point you want to make, but I say it why. So as him ask, I'm tell I say 3 minutes. And I say, so what is it them doing for the rest of 87 minutes? So I'm brilliant. So I say, I know, say school, I carry them, but think it's a ball. The whole them can play ball already. Yeah. And so that is the what I get from the eye. Correct. And I tell you, that is about more than 10-15 years ago. Chongfa, they say to us. Chongfa is one of my mentors. So I would not be here today if it wasn't for Winston Chongfa. Straight up. Yeah, you see it? I used to go to his camps in Florida. Yeah. Carry me from one part of Florida to a next part and 7-8 years old. So a lot of those environments and that he created. The foundation, formation years. But you see now, I see it, and that's why it's crucial. So a part of the work, I talk about the work some more, but a part of the work that you're doing, you know, as I say, I am my ancestors. A part of the work you're doing, you know, the whole ancestral vibes of football, there's a certain kind of thinking and ethic and mindset towards what football can do for youth.
Because of that me get from Chongfa. Chongfa never want to build no academy for try to say I go build some youth to export and money. That was not a part in him head space. It's about building a space where him can get some youth, because him realize the youth them who love ball. Some of them also love badness. And if it's a good ball like me, say it's a sharp brain, you know, because I remember say take brain for play ball.
Yes, man.
So, but I just train never use the same brain now in the maths exam. But if you apply that football brain to the maths exam, there be the maths teacher. You know what I mean?
Environment.
Because literally they're my teacher up on the football field.
For sure, it's a classroom. It's not
Like,
just in
right.
the walls. Yeah,
You see?
extended.
And so that no, so that brain part, you know, how we address it. What are some of the things we do in terms of empowering minds?
Well, you know, the whole issue about visualization, the whole issue about mindset is stuff that we have to consistently be communicating. So we are different learners. Sometimes visual, some people by how them hear
Yeah.
and what them do. So
Yeah.
at different times the youth in front of you, you have to reach him differently.
Yeah.
You might say something to him and him get it. The
Yeah.
other one you might have to show him.
Yeah.
Other one you might have to teach, you know,
Yeah.
make him feel it and experience it. And the reality is when them have the experience of something is when there's a commitment. Without the experience, it's just a book knowledge or a hearsay.
Yeah.
And the football is experiential. You touch it, you feel it, you taste it, and because of that feeling, you're able to now stop in that moment and say, "How you feel? What you could have done differently? Is there another way you could have done this?" So instead of us giving them the answers which we do as a society, I always tell them what to do. You have to make them think and ask them, "Is there another way you could have done this?" And when you engage them in that way, they know not closed and shut up and don't say nothing. And you know in a sense, which is what our society sometimes just make a youth in a community just feel say him don't have nothing value. But when he starts to speak, he might have a perspective that me and you don't have. He might see something different that you and I don't see. And then when you do it, you get to appreciate how he thinks. So the next time, because you know him think a different way, you approach him a little different. So those are some of the approaches within the sporting world that is powerful.
Yeah, and I remember, you know, when I tell you about this, you know, it's customized. I may use them language deliberately too. Yeah, customize what we call psychosocial support, you know. I may use that deliberately because that will bring it to a point of the reason where more people see. Because we can see and feel the value, but more, when we say monetize the value. Show them what is it you are doing with your team through the works we are doing, which is a savings to Jamaica. Because if you weren't doing it, the state would have to be paying for it in one way or the other. Either you have to pay an institution to provide some kind of support like that, or you got to pay in terms of the cost of those youths not being engaged and becoming involved in crime and a victim of crime. But we don't want to go that part of it yet. But that is something we have to reason about, because I think it's crucial to reflect that value.
The important thing there, you know, is when you and I met and spoke the first time, it was the first, I came back home in 2002.
Yeah.
It was the first time that I thought I encountered somebody who understood what I was doing.
See.
And the reason why I say that is because we look sponsorship, we look advertising, we try to find a revenue streams to try and make this thing work.
Yeah.
And then when you say the work that you're doing and you start talking about social enterprise, I'm like, for the first time somebody knows that I now go out there for go make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But I know that the life I save the country millions of dollars.
Yeah,
but I didn't know how to, still don't know how to monetize it. But really just seeing the value of that, taking a life off our street from a community.
Yeah.
You and I can't put a value upon it, but there is a value.
Yeah, man.
And the reality, the more we can realize that taking a one or two or a few off and what it is saving. When a youth leave and call me and say, "Coach, you know, so I get a degree, you know, so I get married, you know, so I buy my house." A youth that would never ever leave Jamaica, but he's now pursuing. Them things they are powerful, but we're not monetizing it.
Hey, watch out, man. But yeah, that's the exact thing what we want. This is that traceability. Very important. So you can track and trace the youth them. See, and again, the point that I wanted to make earlier, when you said that too. Jungle will grow, you know. I mean, there is a consistency with certain things. It's all the man them in a badness. I don't tell the man them who in a madness no. But the man in a badness and they happen for a particular reason. It's ball them love. If you know, what do you know? So the man them who, when we say they run after in the community And for them son a baller in high school and start but they go. You was I say matter with the power I see. This is what I see. A jungle man there when me a youth and there a jungle. Match I go play between Tivoli and Arnett. That match I go play a camp.
Yeah, for separate it.
It's football. You see all the island match don't know what powerful to be, you know. You see island as youth. You see all chung for there and a coach in that time, you know. See? I see how football mash down the biggest evil in Jamaica, which is partisan politics. I see football mash up that. What I mean mash it up? Because me there Tivoli I watch match, Jackie Bell match me I watch between Arnett and Harbourview. And you know, the rising, the big building, the tall building, them at Tivoli. How do you think they must support? Arnett they must support.
Yeah.
It's Arnett they must support. So I see how football make Arnett and Boys Town and Tivoli Garden come like a one team. And some man who come from down where we call Boys Town, we usually call Rima, because Rima was a GLP place. Enough of them youth they are float through the two side them. That is the power of football. Because one thing every bad rate and respect is a baller.
The stories are there, you know. It's just probably made the platforms, but it's not one or two times you're in a community and a man just pull you aside, you know.
Yeah, man.
You know him the pan.
Yeah.
And him just reason with the answer my youth can't be like me, you know, when I grow up, you know. So your hands me put him in. No other words, but you understand what him say as a dad.
Exactly.
You know, him don't want him youth follow him in the pathway.
No.
But you drop a ball, community avenue AR, black A can't go over black B because of what? But me and you a teammate.
Exactly.
And because me and you a teammate and I want to win the game. In that moment, it's not JRP.
Exactly.
It's just you want to win.
Exactly.
And then when you go out the road and the man want to do something to him, say, no, you can't touch him, I'm a teammate. And them thing there is what kind of help us. But, the consistency of it and recognizing the value of it is there. It's so many times we go out in the public and a man recognize you. I don't know, but a man know you as a baller.
Yeah.
And you mentioned at Tivoli, when me go play Colts, uptown youth, I go down at Tivoli go play ball. I'm a boss a shot and a man say, yo, you take one more and lift up him shirt. I mean, after that, every ball go left, go right. I want to say, no man, go play a ball. I'm going to take a next one. And the next man come and say, yo, no man can't touch you down here. You go and take shot. When the game done, said brother come over to me and say, can't win it on the field, I have to try to get it in the head. So I try to throw you off your ball game, but you're a baller, man, don't make nobody scare you. And for the rest of my life, I'm not afraid for going away to go play ball from that one moment because the ball just open up doors.
We love baller, man. Virgin. I know as you would love football. I know I play scrimmage every day. I play scrimmage. Now this is play a quick field football. But I don't have a soul ball for you. Use umbrella and eagle and soul ball fast because when a Sunday morning I one love a trip. And if the ball can't punch and the game like half too long. That is one time we paint our ball with oil paint because the ball is slick ball, rub off a light paint. It's the power of football we are showing there. You know? So we really love the work you're doing. More and get something in terms of your team because it will help me to do some calculations. So I think it's important for people to get an understanding of it. In terms of the team, how many persons you have in terms of your team that support this program directly, core team?
So the core team is around 20 of us. Yeah, man. So you have around, anywhere between 10 and 15 coaches.
Yeah.
And then the 5 is the admin and officer try keep it together.
Nice.
And the importance of the coaches, as I said, the power of the coaches, and we don't even know the power. But these are persons from the same communities that we know.
Yeah.
Either my teammates or opponents that I used to play against. But seriously, them on the other side of my life now, ball can't go on now.
Yeah.
And say, yo, baller, you can't do a thing for me. I said, oh, brother, you're a baller, man. Come help me.
Yeah.
Never finished school, no degree, no big nothing, but the football gave me my space. And many of them, Arnett, Tivoli, just different persons that make up this coaching group of persons who are just passionate about the game. I mean, I run jokes with the parents. I say, if you know who these people are, you probably don't want them to coach a youth.
Yeah.
But because the journey that they have been on, very, very authentic journey, where we've gone through tough, challenging time, but their lives have changed. They have now become people of value, of worth. Because the parents now, oh, I don't know,
Check
oh, you,
different,
I
man.
don't know, oh, your reason with him. Of course, because it's is the system. Understood.
Which is part of your advantage, you know. You have to remember that for you. See, and you say when I want a reason, somebody who would know, say, not only genuinely check for them as a youth, but also check for them I do as well to call them ears. Tune, you know. See about 20 virgin. As a matter of fact, just all in my head, a virgin come down my head that are Ezra from out of Nannyville. Usually play ball for Arnett, usually play last man for Arnett and things. In the amongst the man them. I talk to him, you come check the eye too, because I see him there. I play some ball once, and what I said to Ezra, say, you know, so coaching is a thing where you have to check out and thing.
You mentioned it, but we, over the time, we are guilty of it, but we only communicate football professional playing as an option. You don't talk about other things, physio, trainer, analyst.
Exactly.
So are you growing up? My only dream is to be a baller. And it's not be a baller and then after baller I go coach. After baller I go be an analyst. It's be a baller when it's done, I go look at work.
Yeah.
But if in the very onset of how we communicate in the game and the options in the game, make man dream. Because we always have an injury. And so, I don't want this happen to our next youth, so I'm going to become a physio.
Exactly.
Masseuse, I man never used to write the report properly. I always biased to one team and next. I want to go out there, go make sure I communicate and tell a story. The world is so huge, and you don't have to limit you to just thinking. You're fortunate if you play ball to 30 years old. It is huge. The sport industry is huge beyond our million, so we can't just focus. You're going to stop playing ball at 30. And you live to 70. So for 40 years, what you going to do? And you have all of this experience, all of this travel and play and win and lose and injury. All of those things, you're going to be a professional lawyer, because you need to be an agent, you're going to be a professional analyst, you're going to be a professional. So everything that we teach in the players is to be professional in their mindset, in their behaviors, in their action, and not going to carry over into life, wherever they may not be. It's happening now, so the circle come around in now.
Yeah.
The circle come around, man, I come back from college now. As lawyer, as this, as that. They might come back now and I say, Coach, I want to give back, I want to mentor, I want to donate. Yeah.
But we lead. It's a virtue. Document them things they know. That's a that, but I document these things in terms of the youth them and with them there, because it's crucial in terms of how we look and what you're doing and things. And I hear something coming because I remember right now, whether you want to a practicer or not, but yeah, is a consultant on the business professionalism. No matter the profession in terms of the sports and the entire value chain of sports, where you can guide, literally guide people. And it's a service now, When I say now, as an organization, you can offer to international places, So if we know, so suppose FIFA, which you might know more than I, a big national development programs for football. Most of the program the man do is about playing football, it's not the business of football. So I remember you ever said it, and we're going to get to the numbers now. You ever set a youth where while you're showing them about ball, you're also telling them about the business of football. And we have a thing about even short programs, short courses where you charge in terms of an organization to other people now. This is outside of disenfranchised youth.
Correct.
But people who want to know about the business of football, like how you say it, why? Because when you say it, when you check football away, I remember say it's entrepreneurship idea, and I think about value chain and everything there. But we never really think about value chain. Because when I see I think to that Virginia score some goal from by a jazz and like when deal the ball game. But they talk about the business part yet.
Yeah.
But
it's a true point because, all right, so you have referee.
Yeah.
Right? And we have a problem with referees. You have all of these different areas of the game that require people.
Exactly.
Just, the last 3-4 years, I got an opportunity like this to go and talk at UTech. Them up there, they're soon to be graduating sports group. And after that, boy, have no internship, come on, do my practicum. Right now, my entire admin staff is UTech them come from. And so they are learning administration, running tournaments, running academy,
Football
a
administration.
football
never, yeah.
administration.
So
And
which
that is there.
is there a program? So we will check it now. I mean, I say it because I like how they connect with the UTech. But is there a program like that established that is offered in the tertiary institution? Because if that's not the case, it means there's an opportunity for UTech or UE through your organization offer that program over here.
Yeah, we are trying to formalize it because
Yeah,
to
yeah.
me is ongoing every year. So even just on the part about the practicum hours, just to graduate.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
400
yeah.
hours that I'm not paying for, if you get what I'm saying. But I have someone, a young person, and I'm saying if the person show up, when you graduate, you have a job. So everyone now wants the opportunity. And again, Ballers have created a name, our household name, so therefore it is something to come and volunteer at Ballers or to work at Ballers. And so I have to know, make sure that it's a little more formalized to see how we can continue.
Yeah, man.
Because it is definitely an open space for that.
And that's what I'm telling you, because you see this thing what you do. I'm talking about FIFA, you know, as the highest order in the football. And say, it's a true day, I love ball so much and I'm busy to do the work. And even though you might have some insight into the value, I tell you that it's much more valuable than you think, because again, you would have traveled and you travel enough places too. But you know what might happen in your travels? It might be, that's true, there's such a good ball. Like, you travel to the poor country them for the ball, you travel like a country where you know, say, I've got to carry you. And when I self say now, if you should go through some of those poor countries, would I need a program like this? There's probably nothing like this that exists. And that is the point I make.
Yeah, too.
So if they go think about how we develop football globally, based on certain global principles, them need models.
Correct.
And so it's good for them to know, say, if them don't know what this ballers doing out here. I mean, I thought the thing now where I not talk about the ball part, because we can play ball. But the part that we are showing now where they them exposed to the value chain of football. And a man leave, go and go play some ball, but him go to college and him do that party, and this is how we do. See, because that is something that we don't think about it. You know, we don't think about it. And so I ask about numbers. See, how much youth you think? Well, how much youth you have engaged so far as an academy? And how much youth you have like in any one year?
The numbers that we have is that we have engaged over 8,000 youth. And
Over time?
over time.
Yeah, how much like currently?
Currently now we have around 250 in the academy each year. And that's separated from the camps that we have in Easter, summer, Christmas.
See, so the camps, I remember the simple part then. So now you can always go to the part, but the camps and things still. 250 youth. See? Is there any kind of fee involved in becoming a part of the academy with any youth?
Yeah, I mean, our current model is that there is, it started out with a 70% who can afford.
Yeah.
And supplement the third who can't.
Yeah.
As life happened, it gone down, it almost like 50-50, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, there is a fee.
What's the fee
the
like?
fee is $60,000 a term.
Yeah.
So $20,000 a month.
All right. So
$5,000 a week, $1,000 a session.
This how much? 1,000.
$1,000 a session.
Yeah. So this is a
1,500.
250 youth. See? And that is what you charge them. No. Remember, I know what the program is. We know what to do and things still. See? We know who you be as well. So if I am going to get a program like this, because it's $60,000 a term. How much term we have? 3 terms. So it's $1,000. It really a cost, or $1,200. So suppose I'm to go to get this same kind of program system and structure in the market itself. What kind of cost would that cost?
There are 2 elements to it. The main input for that is the coach and the coach education, because without the coach we can't do it. Everything else is equipment.
No, I don't mean I say if me I go to, so it's not ballers me I go to,
Yeah.
but me I go to a regular private organization
No,
that do
man,
these things. What's the price of that?
Yeah,
Service.
millions of dollars.
Yes, well, give me an idea. I don't want to more or
All right.
something.
So,
So for one youth, if I come for a term in a traditional, commercial, private space that do this kind of coaching service, I'm going to pay for it.
Yeah, so you're talking about $1,200 is easily between 6 and 10,000 US.
That's what I said. 6,000 US. I use 10,000
Yeah.
US. I say, Perth is a big baller. But it's not like him have a big country where him have him things set up and things. So I use the lower end of the scale. That's what I say. Use the lower end. 6,000 I go use. See? And I would pay $1,200 out of $6,000. That leave about $4,800 that leave. That's $4,800. See? Now if I multiply 4,800 by 250, because it's 250 youths in the academy. No, but I'm not going to do that, man.
Just a broad stroke it and get the full budget.
Some of them are do the least estimate. I do the least estimate. See, so 4,800 times 200. If you multiply 4,800 times 2, that's 9,600. You put on 1 0, that is 96,000. And then you put on the next. How much it comes now? That's the amount of USC I save every year.
Yeah.
So you have the phone as a man. I'm going at the calculation because it's good if we get the exact figure. And that is just one program. I'm going to show you one program. See? So 4,800 times 250. That's equal to 1 point. Hey, I wonder if my phone do the right thing.
Right thing.
It's 1.2 million
Yeah.
US. That's not Jamaican dollar, you know.
Right.
So 1.2 million US. Man put that times. That's one. Yeah. 1.2 million dollar times 150. Wow, this is a good feature. Jamaica. They can have 150. What patches now? We do the calculation. So that is. What 3 semester? But that's why you can't get no money for it, man. Because they have enough money for that. One semester is 180 million Jamaican dollars of savings they generate for people based on the market value and based on your work where you do. So if you multiply it by 3 times 3, that is equal to 540. That is $500 million you save in the youth them family for 1 year. In 1 year. You know what I'm saying for you? And they are not an MP. Yeah. When I think about one program I tell the man about. So we talk about that. And there's the lower end of the scale we use, you know. So we use the $10,000 now, you probably want to your heart big kind of stop the program because you say we really deal with it. But that's 540. That is not my head. That's $540 million worth of savings for those youths just from fees. See? So we know so we don't talk to a billionaire, but we have a billionaire that reason. And remember, I know that is just one program. So we don't talk about the psychosocial support because in Jamaica to offer psychosocial support to a lot of these youths, we know a large population of the youth them is not no all of them youth have challenges and things in every youth. Because not for them as they say, they probably have no ancient amongst them, no father amongst them. You know, and so the value of psychosocial support, the proxy we use will be by Bellevue. At Bellevue, it costs $1.5 million for offer psychosocial support to persons in those spaces and things still. And there's them talk them, I juke them up. So they talk about counseling somebody, it'll be significantly higher. So even if it's 100 of them, you the year offer that service too. 100 times 1.5 million is $150 million with a service that's being offered. And we know we're coaching his bridging. Remember, I know when we're there jungle, you have a bridging name, George T. You have some coach when we meet him and rate him. He said George T and Chung Fan them man there. George T never talk hard yet, but I said George T to call Herbert. Herbert just my baller, you know. And live with him, man. Hey, the man they youth them like I youth them. You understand me I say? Because I remember say, the whole of you could have stray away same way, you know. But I see the man them. I remember say jungle is not an easy set of man for you really feel like you can. If you talk loud, you can't coach a man there.
The approach of a different one, for sure.
Exactly. So I say, but I know say every coach come like like our rate teacher. So you have that kind of parental aura, and so you always, why is a football coach use more as like a social worker, a psychologist, because a lot of that you have to deal with enough of the time with the youth, them a mind.
The definition of a coach has expanded.
See,
Especially in our context and our culture. Maybe other ways it might just be limited to a few roles.
yeah.
But you're mentoring, you're a social worker, you're a friend, you're a big brother, all of them something, all in one.
And all those are cost if you're not being provided by the eye.
Correct.
So you see me as ever, yeah? So the psychosocial, as that takes $100 million, you know, that means we're going nearly $750 billion right now, you know. We're going nearly $750 billion. 1 year.
Yeah,
One year.
But now, if you put those figures there, who is looking at those figures and who is seeing those figures as important? Because that for me is where it is. You have a conversation where I reason and say, we're saving the government or we're doing it. But because it's not knocking on our door and it's not impacting me or to you, it don't really have that. That's down the road. And I don't see the man that you talking about it saving, right now it not creating a problem. Him not shooting nobody, him not killing nobody, him not this. So therefore it not having a urgency about it.
Yeah. So I'm going to check it now. I'll answer that in two ways. One, them probably do have the information because now we're there where I talk about it in that dollar value. But importantly, you know what say, might sound away, but some know the man in the government has the government, man. Them man never have no interest in certain things, so my students, they still now have no interest. And so I talk about dealing with people now who have interest. So I think outside of Jamaica, this is what I think now outside of Jamaica.
That's where we reach.
That's about government agencies who understand value, seeing and recognize that when you present this information, a man can really see it as a bridge. This is what the bridge them do it. I remember them still know the eye, you know. And so the ability now to get in additional resources to move your program forward along with all the other bits. Because I remember now, you still have, there are certain that you can do. You have data that's available to support even research on how you engage youths in sports as a way of building ABC. You have enough institutions that have that kind. So you have to create your database. You have a data mine. If you do the trace like how you show them, celebration will come back because that allows us to say this is what you can do. Remember, having the data don't mean you have to do the research, but you already are linked with UTech. You probably have a link with UE. And so how do we get funding to do these kind of research? And funding for research comes in many ways because it means you'll get our funding now for further build programs. You know? Well, I don't know how to structure your program is because in reality, enough of them youth who are going and become professional footballers. So I don't know if you have that as part of the business model.
Yeah, that is the pathway, that is the highest pathway.
Exactly.
That is a one element, but it's not many. As you say, a pyramid, the top part, very small.
Yeah. So we are thinking about then now how you build out structure now which allows you to get those things out more, but you have to evidence them, you know. And what I say is that say the value creation. And it's something that way when you know digital are able to support that thing, but that we get done in terms of doing that kind of monetization. I say to Stepper too, because Stepper Sunday with the eye, bad ball, I know for you, that's Stepper youth, you know. Yeah, man. See, man, transform, you don't go over Forceps, man. The front there, Forceps Foundation is a scrimmage field at the Virgin. In the place, man, turn the whole front, beer ball.
Yeah, man. No, but you're right. The reality of it is like a digital foundation who would have seen it and step out and give us the opportunity and help us to do it. You know, lead me to you, having these conversations. You know, all of those things are. That's one organization that said, all right, we will support and help. But you know, I think one of the things is that we're very competitive as a people, and there's nothing wrong in being competitive. But in what you are speaking about, I would rather use the word that we need to be more collaborative. You understand? So it don't matter if we're Jardis and JC. The point is, I'm only going to be better if I play against you. And there's nothing wrong in that. The reality, my best is only going to be realized if your best come to me.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to become better if you don't come with your best.
Exactly.
So when I encounter you now and in this space and you bring your expertise and say I can help, and I bring, it's a win-win. So why try prove as opposed to collaborate? So you mentioned the UA and research. These are things that you're talking about a legacy and making a difference in our country. That's just, I think, part for me now as a organization. There is foundation, there is avenues it can go, And these are one of the areas that why I even say I want to come and
Yeah.
have these conversations,
Yeah.
because I'm expanding myself
Yeah.
and not just limited to me coaching on the football
Yeah.
field. I have to
Yeah.
do some more.
But I do some more stuff with this, and I have some sort of organize in the universe. Because once we organize, we know so we can set a proper thing. We look at a number of them as social enterprises and how monetize, because it's a high growth business models them can create, because the value creation is phenomenal. It is phenomenal and things still. But there are so many things that I think of myself, not research. But also remember again me hear you talk and you talk about a program which institutions need to support them scholarship. So in truth and in fact, there's not only the academy in terms of the ball element, but there's the academy in terms of the consultancy, I'm gonna say, which links back into
Correct.
research, whereby again private organizations can come. I mean, I can as a entity like a Grace Kennedy would want you to come to talk to my staff about team building.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I say
Yeah,
about
man,
team building,
the lessons are powerful.
that I showed you. So you have about all, you have the personal development coaching. You check say the same people who you say come from uptown. We don't want to send them son come to you for personal development coaching. They're not gonna do it.
The part about it, even for me as a leader, you look at the spaces in which you're respected.
Yeah.
And a lot of these young boys don't have mentors. So you see, when you start mentoring, you have, first of all, you have the youth who respect you and then call you. I'm struggling with this. This is my problem. More than the mother and father. Coach him, I call. And so you see that as a whole space, but then the youth can't pay for it. Nobody now really believe. So you're going to have to do it. So I'm doing it by way of learning and understanding what needs to happen.
Yeah.
Every single thing in terms of managing personalities and players and, big moments and not so big moments and big games. It's no different than in the corporate world. So that the principles are alike. So when you stand up in front of a group of people and trying to help them to appreciate how you have to work with one, I don't necessarily have to be your best friend, but we're up on the same team and we have a goal. Isn't that the same thing? How do we do that in a corporate environment? Me don't want to work with her. Me don't want to work with him. But there's a department and we have a goal to achieve, and we still have to find a way. And that is in every environment we find ourselves. So you're speaking about the things that, for me, is even as a society and as a people that we have to, not be limited. And for me, that's why I say purpose.
Yeah.
Me believe there's a lot more in terms of just the individuals and trying to give them tools. And once you do that, you realize that you have so many people who start to value and respect what you do. And they are the ones that now go out and say, yo, if you want to get mentored, you need to go yourself. If you want leadership, you need to go yourself. If you want, and it grows, you can't stop it.
But more want FIFA for nobody.
Yeah, man, we're formal in our way. Yeah. What I'm talking about is how do I make it become more available and accessible beyond. Everything I've done is to see how it works internally.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think about it since
Yeah, so now I've mentioned the evidence base and it. So what it would have to take right now is somebody coming into our space and seeing what we do. It is not textbook mentorship. Either recording it or do it because it's a gift. When I see a 15-year-old walk come into my environment, I know say God send him.
ask you how long now the program are running. If you have a book out, where you speak about these things, see, because I think it's very important. Because I say, you see, much things you have to customize. It's cases I talk about in terms of youth and sports development and thing. See? Because this is how my brain operates for you. I have a PhD. I know what a PhD means. But yeah, it's more advanced than a PhD. You just don't write a PhD and get a certification. Scholarship is pure and pragmatic, you know. That I took up some kind of pure scholarship of me I write about theorems and ideas, and just like how we are reading about the ideas and how you do it,
Right.
which you already have. But now if we move from pure to pragmatic, which move from creative to innovative to apply and manifest, that is what determines your real work. And your footprint is what tells the world. So you move from one who's a PhD man to a professor because of the impact.
Of your work.
Get the point that I'm making to the Virgin. I have a PhD. And my work, let me say this, don't directly save Jamaica $750 million from the engagement that I have with the 600 youths in the university. I talk directly, probably indirectly, but I say, and that is one program. I talk about the impact of a program where you create. It's not like, oh, I'm going to work in a bank where man did make a bank. I talk about that thing where you create and where I manifest now and I generate value. So if you're not going to formalize that work now in terms of certification as a professor or as a PhD person, you need to formalize in terms of some kind of scholarship, which is a book, because I think that's very, very important to say how to get it done. You will know which word you have to say. Why I'm say Jacob, because Jacob is a man in print. Now, I'm not telling you to go and write about there are ways in which these things can get done. When I say you have to show them the best way to get that information out. Because I'm telling you, Mr. My Virgin exactly. Exactly name. Mr. Olipan have a copy by them whole name. See? Him write a book about the journey of hockey. I see at the bookshop. He usually play hockey for you and in charge of the hockey foundation and things. I see my book man. It's business in me now, you know. But I see him write the book and I say, what? It's a nice book. However, I know the work that I Virgin do. See, it's lucky name soon come to me. And I you were there because of the hockey team and tell about a bad hockey team and he's a bad hockey player. These are used in our farmer system, right? But I talk about the you know who take about a whole set of youth over 8,000 youth, you know. Remember that? So when me tell you about the 250 youth in a 1 year, 8,000 it's 8,000 multiplied by is that 200 because the impact of the work for that program so far is not 250 times 6,000, 8,000 times 6,000. See? But I tell you for the year, that is what I do. That's what I show you. That's the for the day I work. How much years in that do it for though, by the way?
From 2002.
All right. So that is a 23-year span. So you can safely argue that you generate that amount of savings, see, for 8,000 youth for the over a 20-year span. Over a 20-year span. That is phenomenal. Well, yep, fire. All right. No, I tell you, professor. So I show you, and I mean, yeah, in the most genuine way. I remember, you know, fire. All right. Let me give you an indication of what I mean. So, see, it's football right now, but not a book. So check it now. You see, a lot of time, them see a lot of youths who do well in them 6 years, them keep and them go off early. But the university and doing work. In the football university, remember, I said the island by the one them mash up that, you know. So if you talk about grades, then it's bare A plus there and them get as baller. Check it. Don't go you get A plus in a science, but you are ball you specializing as a subject now. It's bare A plus. So much so that you get international scholarships. I have to get in a Virgin.
True.
They get international scholarship and go to the biggest football universities them have. Me I talk now transform the coach into universities and come back.
Yes.
Let me show you. See, just as you that leave university, leave and go to foreign early and it's an Ivy League university you go because the club where you go is a
Big club.
that I showed you. Just like one man say, I go to one Ivy League university in Rome, like him I go to Oxford or Cambridge or is that the I go? So it's not like it's a hypothetical thing I know I deal with. So essentially, if you think about it in terms that there's a professorial body at a school that deals the football academy and things still. And you also have other people who you have built them skill set with. Seeing? And you don't have no certification program you give them now, but you can there's no stop you from creating a certification program. If you think we have a shortage of people who deal with coaching, probably again, Mr. Think out some things now. Why we don't want to engage Heart and say if Heart would sponsor a program like that whereby where we do is use football as an intervention program, just and we teach you them and certify them in certain things. It can be done. Because that's what Heart did the final.
Agree.
So remember now you have 20 people you say, and about 12 of them are coach. Now said we a man can come do him internship man in a whatever a year program and Heart to pay them for do that. But I mean, these are things that are, yeah, man. This. I don't know. I'm like the fact that I do calculation. I do calculation, so it's not no guess buck up thing with the pad. See, it's a man that said, "Oh, but I told that brain."
The other area that is, so the players are important, but one of the things that impact the ecosystem for us is the parents.
Yeah.
And that whole environment, you know, you have a elite youth, a train. And as a mother or father, you know, on a book for read for know how for cater. You don't know what food for him eat. You don't know what kind of sleep him for sleep. So you're now looked on to provide guidance in that area.
Yeah.
And you know, there are parents who need to know that. And how you so the things that you're speaking about is even for me thinking how do I engage the ecosystem, the broader base and how not just ballers as my program, because then when you're doing what you're doing it can impact more.
Yeah.
You want to make it available to more so more people can benefit from it.
The Ministry of Sports, Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sports, which is Babsy, Mike that into MS, whatever it be. Need what I say no. And I say I must say certain things crucial now. Because you see what I know. One can only support where I know or where I don't know. See, and some think the book crucial, but I think it's right now. I think book Chum is a man from an analog era. Yeah, man, we need the document, but I say, but we need the visual. We need, as him say, the document you have to do. We tell where ballers, and I let me present to FIFA and all of the people who deal with any kind of thing. UNDP.
Yeah, the elements of it. So even when somebody come to interview me now, I say don't interview me now. I want to interview the coach and the player them because their story is so so powerful in of itself.
That's how far fetched it up. Because yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Like some of the things you're doing, I bet you will open tipping point.
There is in there.
Those very ideas.
Correct.
But it's that this man coined these
There is this, yeah, man.
So we are a people with these ideas and coming with pragmatic approach to these ideas. When you just name it,
Yeah.
why the written word is important.
Important, yeah.
So you have to go through that yourself and say, no, these ideas, the solution of a fine this.
Exactly. Yeah, we need have the cases. But you know, I may say about the documentary. Because I always write you come out. I'm saying it's about the equipment. They have the equipment right here to do. I'm going to do some video. Edit, produce.
Yes.
It's Jacob them themselves no man than the world. The man is end up on them there. So the point I'm making is that. So this is what I suggest Jacob. See? And probably we have to do this and as part of what we're going to do as an organization. So probably through the same program and through CETP, we collaborate with the ones them to create these documentary, pan them thing them fire, because I think these are crucial things, and still get the text for them. But this in particular, you know, and so we will definitely help out through my center. I mean, I thought about doing this thing, I know. Remember, this is the I thing them doing now. It's ballers, them have the integral proper and these things. Yeah, man, I help you put together some of them calculations, because we don't have to do the entire calculations for every program.
Yeah.
But we can write out some of the stuff them for make people can see an indicative thing in terms of what the value is. Now, if we go check a big place like, you know, we could do it. We can't tell time and do it. We can do it. But I think it's something which have to be done because the model is phenomenal. So I am telling you, so the next time they're thinking about 68, or 48, that are 4.8 million US dollar every semester. See? And a 3 semester. So if you think about it, it's huge. You know? It's really, really huge, and the impact is great. You know, so we know, so it's not just the money cost, but there's the savings. Yeah, there's a savings part. Yeah, there's a savings part as well. In terms of many other, there's the value creation part. Because remember, you know, when you learn to play a ball, you still have some discipline, which is supporting the school thing as well, to see, which is one of the good thing with the IDM world, to see, you know? And the program them, but them love with Georges in particular and JC, because I find I say them they always like some scholarships, so them push both of them and thing. It wasn't one or the other. Seeing? But I see enough of the man them who get scholarship come back and them in corporate spaces doing different kind of business. Seeing? Surprise him the other boys come, but price when them come back, them are in a business. No, but them come forward in a business. Yeah, and so what go on now is that say, technically, you know, what you have done, you know, is to like a give man what you call a localized scholarship, you know. And what I mean by that, when him get a scholarship card, it's a scholarship you give. Because if the market free, and when you pay him, technically, if 80% of it is not paid, it means you get an 80% scholarship to come to your place. And with an 80% scholarship to come to an academy, where you not only learn about football in terms of the physical thing, but you go through a number of other things as well. Is that him actually get? Is a scholarship. Yeah. And so when him done for him academic work, him still is football in a very different way. Just like, oh, if you get a scholarship, you go to one university overseas. That's what I'm saying. You know, and people have to see that. And more you see that in your organization in terms of the kind of value it really generating and the quality of the value that it's generating as well. Because again, it's not just a program, you have very good structure. We are trying to get people in the social services sector to have organizations and structure. How many, you ask Stepper, how many organizations we have assisted that have the kind of governance structure that you have? And it's going to find that it is very few. Many of them who have that structure are those who have corporate backing, direct corporate backing. Now what you do is you leverage your social capital and network to put together a structure, but also because of the value of the work we are do. Other stakeholders recognize it and they have to build the structure as well. I turn out the engagement between you and UTech and you them about the administrative part. You leverage your network with your football, bring them who's a part of your coaching part. But that is 20 people. But don't think you have 20 people at Digital Foundation. You know? Seriously, you know. I'm a serious man in terms of the team. You have 20 people. Although they manage for them business model different, but I'm saying without corporate backing, you are able to bring that together. Yeah. And that in itself is significant. And what I think I've never said to is that in the world I recognize that if you do have a very robust governance platform, your outcomes tend to be suboptimal. You don't get done as much as you can get done because there's a kind of inefficiency. And that means there isn't always room for improvement with your structure. But I'm saying that the more robust, the stronger your structure, your governance platform, the administrative element, and the operationalizing element is the more success you have. And that is why your team, yes, I think it's extremely successful when I talk about value creation now in terms of social value creation. See, I talk about cultural value creation. I know footballs are very strong. I remember you don't start calculating that in the Virgin. You don't start calculate when a year go ball a youth go play ball in a film community and you say a film ball and that, you know. What that do for that community, you know. The ramp, you know. You know, as I said, remember so when step a youth go with the other day, come and know them thing then, man. Step a youth mommy no miss not training in the fire. Every training. And them go the other day, I hear about the fact them go. So you text the aisle 1 year. The whole of Gregor Park knows they've got a fried guy play. Hey. Well, you know, but I say, that bring a joy to people where sometimes when I imagine it, if a 250 youth, that a 250 units a joy that I bring to. Because we rate baller, we can't go buy that at shop.
Yeah, it's powerful. So for me, the individual, the family, the community, the country, changing the world one goal at a time.
Yeah.
So it's the individual first. It's me having to have a transformation, a changing how I do things. If I change in my family, that family change. That family in the community, the community change. Communities change the country, and then we go ambassador and go out now. We're changing the world.
And that man, and yeah, man, suppose people have that power for you.
It is definitely it's one of the things that even I said to some parents when they come and they bring the youth and, you know, for whatever reason, maybe the ball thing not work out. And I say, no, he might play tennis, he might do track. I say, as long as I'm in sport,
I'm good, man.
I'm all right. Because there's so many lessons to be learned, and the lessons prepare for life. There's another point that is something that I've really been processing in with the coaches, is this issue about failure. It's something that as a parent you don't necessarily want your child to go through, or you don't want them to experience. But growth only happening in discomfort, uncomfortable environments. But we have the tendency to take them out of it. But we're shortchanging them because they have to experience it. They have to know, and so therefore you're failing, attempting to do something, but you're not a failure.
Exactly.
You understand? And we don't talk about that. You fail. I mean, case in point, at this track and field season, a previous one, 8 of them in a race, 8 run. 1 cross the line first, 1 cross last. But in our culture, last is last and last don't mean nothing. But the person who run last and run them personal best, they can't do nothing more than that. So how do we deem that as a failure? You know, that perspective in terms of growing our young men, because then that's why we grow up thinking that them just not good for nothing. Because them failing, attempting to something, but nobody was to say, no, run wrong, get up and let's go again. You fail. So I use the analogy with a juggling of football. We set 50 as what you need for juggle. He might go drop the ball 1,000,000 times and try to get to 50. But every time pick up at the ball is 1 step towards trying again.
Exactly.
And trying again. And then when you get to 50 and you set a next goal 100, and then feel saying you can't do it, you remember when you couldn't only do 2? Me the day when you had the 2, you know, and you get to 50. So I know you can get to 100, let's go.
Hey, I gotta tell you. I mean,
all of them lessons applicable.
Exactly. And you know, when you think about this thing about failure, you say if him quarrel the youth and so him feel like him really, the man become a very big success in badness. It's like
Because him need validation somewhere from somewhere, you know? And where I'm going to find somewhere where somebody accept him is in a space where him have influence, but what type of influence is he having on society?
So note, you know. So they tell me say him fail at attempting something, you know. And you can't say but him go attempt badness and become a big success, and you know, I say him is a success. Yeah, I say him is a bad. I mean,
Them did have that type of
attitude.
influence as
Then
you know, after subject, so you can't go no front, you can't go no you are you end up back.
In the community, have the same influence.
What you gonna do? No man not gonna rate you because you used to bad, no man in cup. The girl not rate you because you used
This done.
to pour a bag of gold. If you never get them time you not get them. Badness you have to go deal with.
See, you know. So may I tell you, say, the work is phenomenal, and there's a more, I'm going to end on that verse, more. You tell me, you know, if There's one more thing that I think you would want to get done. You know? What is it that you want to get done for really make the program even become bigger?
I believe where we're at right now, the two main, I said three, the three main areas that I think provide us the greatest ability to leverage and expand: coach education, mentorship, and parent education. When I think about transformation of a sport, this goes beyond football. So I think that is it can be reproduced, replicated. But when you think about the role of a coach, we are with these kids more than any parent. And what we say if you drink milk, you're going to drink milk because you need it. If we say if you train, you're going to listen to it. The mentorship is just because as a society and our culture and where we are, we know the dynamics, we know the challenges. And our young men, I mean, there's obviously a lot of room for the women and for them to be involved in the football and growing. But I mean, I have a heart for the men to appreciate that they just need somebody to believe in them, somebody to help them to find a purpose and live for a purpose. Wake up every day and say, say this me I go for. Because I believe there are just not many examples of that. And so somebody needs to be mentored along that journey of, that path. And the parents, we never get a cheat sheet. We go out and we have youth and you don't know how. Fall in love with the game and we just know how me go. And then whether you have autistic youth, you have ADHD youth, you have youth who hyperactive, all the different things. I was just like, oh, I got to deal with this. But him love the football. But him don't like the books. But every time he play football, him do well in school. There's so many things. I think the parents, there's a whole world. So those for me, I think for where Ballers is right now, we're going to step into that space. We're going to build out in those areas because then it goes a lot wider. Use the brand and the name that we have and begin to collaborate a little bit more, work in institutions, working with persons to really see how we can really add a little bit, well, not a little bit, a lot more value to be able to do it. Because some of these stories that we're saying are being shared a little bit more now. Before we never used to talk about it. But there's a need to share the story and the testimonies. And there are many. There are many out there. So
very important.
Even with your Andys and the twins and Gregory, they're today my best friends. We still talk, we still reason, and them doing. And when they talk about giving back, and when we used to sit down like on our reason and say one day, and that one day, I'll close with this. So Gregory Simmons have a similar program that I have in Richmond, Virginia. In the futsal, same approach. Him call him thing own touch. My first campus, first touch. When I talk about it, I just tell you. Anyway, I took a team in 2019, 3 teams to Virginia. First time Ballers I go overseas, we travel. And we reach out to Greg and, help out where him could help out. And him say, boy, want to treat the youth them. Let's go somewhere I'm going to eat. Couldn't find a way, him say, bring me to my house. I said, bro, I 70 odd youth plus parent. Him said, just bring them. And at that moment, we sit down there, so we have Bridging who used to go to school bring food and grill. And I sit down and say, yo, I know Gregory from we are 3 years old. And the man here, yes, saw me beside him. So this is bigger than football. And the two of us sit down and ball. Right in a moment, I will look at each other and say, look at where we reach. And that's just a small picture of man and man a reason and a talk and just seeing life unfold before us. His daughter play for the reggae girls. His son play for Jamaica. I go college. I mean, there's so much that he's doing there. You talk to Andy, you talk to, we can't call it name them of persons. And they want to contribute to that documentary and that story because it never started today.
Well, see the man who can do the documentary. I mean, in a very real way.
No, I'm just sharing it because that's a story.
The volunteer you come for do, but in reality, as any man in there,
Yes.
So I mean, it's a real institution to get that done. So there's some of my things say we need to have a discussion right after this program in about how you follow up on that and get it done for the ones them because I think it brother. So I said this is the man who people love to hate. You see, in the ball game about the work of the dog. Yeah, the goal where you score, dog left for head. See, but the bigger goals where you score, we even happier for talk about, and your man is mighty works. Mighty works are doing, and what we can do for help to propel that thing. We have to do what we can do, man, Rastafari chance, I will never get weary. Never get weary, because we know is enough times. You might have check say, boy, I wonder if it's like a workout, you see it? But it work and the impact is there. And yeah, man, we can only see that get greater and greater.
Yeah, man, I have to believe for that one,
Yeah,
for
man.
sure.
Why give thanks again?
Respect.
Yeah,
Respect.
man, give thanks, man. Yeah, really give thanks, you know? Yeah. Yeah, so again, just a reason, my brother. Virtue. The billionaire who don't know him's a billionaire. Yeah, because of the value of the work that them generating, you know, billions of dollars of savings and contribution to the Jamaican space and the wider space as well, because many of these youths them engage, over 8,000 youths I talk about, many of the youths them engage are in different places. See, you know? I know there's no such thing as coincidence. Coincidence is not recognized, man. Even could have been influenced by a chunk for a saving them are very positive. The more youth, because we know so it go. Seeing things happen directly and indirectly, and so the influence might come through dialogue, and the influence might just come through a behavior where I want to see him with on the field same way. And you take that and go on and go on. So it have a very big positive multiplier effect, you know. And this is part of the work what happening at the social sector. At this point, I have to really give thanks to places like Digital Foundation, because Digital Foundation over the years have supported similar institutions, you know, like Ballers, again, who are doing phenomenal work. But football, I'm happy to say that one I will start with, because I know the power of football to not finance youth who come from underserved community. It's one of the cheapest thing to buy, but it can serve so many people. Enough love come over it, enough fight broke over it. All kind of things go on about football, but at the end of the game, you know, but still area and things still. Yeah, man, I'm going to say football broke down all kind of barriers in Jamaica, in particular political barriers. Like, you can see the words of Jamaica. When Jamaica play ball, like right now, it look like we're going to go out of the World Cup again. Because I say, Rennie Simone's company TV when I time when I black all that sound. And we know we're going to go out. All right. All right. Badness. So is the power of the works. Virgin, give thanks. See? Give thanks, man. We do give thanks. Yes, I will. Back to play. I could go and play some bingy chant and thing, you know. I must say we're committed to this thing here still. I want to definitely get that connection with Jacob, because I think that thing is crucial in terms of the documentary, and yeah, I'm going to talk to step of them about it. But even outside that, yeah, man, we can do some of the writing in terms of the calculation for the ISA. Yeah, we can do that in terms of doing monetizing the value creation from the programs and things still seeing. But I think that's very important, and that's something where, remember, you are creating something that as an academy, because it's an academy, it might be something that other institutions might want to be using to see how them develop similar models to support development across different countries, especially in underserved countries and things, you know. I mean, no, man, hey, the work is great, yeah? The work is great. Yeah, but the work is great. Yes, Jacob. Yes, brother. Yeah, man. Take care again, man. Yeah, man. Welcome forward to the program, you know. To the Groundation. It was an island full vibes just now. With I virgin that are virgin, man. For the whole I was, me know, say, DMS, a cushion, bongo man, they are double sip them, you know. In a dubbing station. Prepare a portion, that's it, that's a sip off, that's it. Well, sip off the sip, him can't show. But can't talk about what they prepare. So you know, I see it earlier. Whenever roast up the thing them, you know, to see it again, because them sip off the sip. But yes, coach.
Yes, sir.
In the farm, in the calabash, no, in the island, I amplifier. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm the preparing idea.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we run off some roast food, roast yam.
Yeah.
Or do some roast sweet potato.
Yeah.
You see me? And we chunk up some cabbage. Cut it in chunks and sort out a little jerk blend.
Yeah.
Season up the cabbage with that and put it on the grill. So really some grilled cabbage, some jerk cabbage kind of vibe beside. Yeah man, and some split peas, yellow and green split peas stew.
Sure.
And I go with it aside.
So you have vegetarian, you have the peas and you have the potato limb. Because that is a
Carbohydrate
full,
complex.
it's a full complete thing that you know and things you see. So cabbage, you know the benefits. You know, standard cabbage have roughage, because they must say vegetable provide roughage to flush out the system. But cabbage itself, what are some of the things we know in a cabbage now we're good for people?
They must say it have potassium said we and calcium and them things there. Magnesium.
Yeah, no folates night for true too.
Folates. Vitamin C said we them saying like cabbage.
Yeah. Them say the cruciferous food them have I think a lot of vitamin is K.
Vitamin K too.
As well too. The cruciferous food them have them
Cabbage have
zinc
vitamin
and
K.
anything else. So it's an powerful the same way, you know. So the sweet potato and yam now. Yeah, there's a two powerful complex carbohydrates. Yeah. As I said earlier, we know, so the man must say yam have some enzyme in it where make the woman them very, very fertile. But come on, mama say yam, you want something that make the man them and the woman them very, very fast. Yeah. Because they must say, well, but think about both. And both are Jamaican run a little bit of fire, especially a bit of fire. I really thought the Yam Valley them come out as still, you know, like Merlin at them to, you know, a boat level and Verkan Cable and a portion of them come out of the yam space, you know. And the sweet potato itself, the fire, is a nice complex carbohydrate. I always tell people with diabetics and must eat enough sweet potato, you know. Sweet potato very good in beta carotene. Jacob's a man who know the whole them thing I do, you know. Yeah. Very, very high in beta carotene. So the chickpea, the peas I may use, which peas say you use?
Yellow and the green split peas.
Is a lentil or what kind of peas that be?
You know, say.
Probably a lentil.
Dal is more like the dal type.
Well, dal from split them.
Yeah.
You can have green peas, which is a peas itself. So most of them, the Indian man them selling, you know. See, and then after the yellow peas them. Well, so some of them is actually a yentil, because them split some lentil. Then if I say one, because you them look thicker and things. But also peas,
some thicker one.
Yeah, peas generally very high in protein where people need and things to see. Where you putting them peas when you add up them peas? I assume that all.
You know, say, I just regular season side way, man. Coconut milk, yeah, we cook it forward with coconut milk. We have onion in it, we have chive in it, we have pepper in it, we make sure we put some rosemary in it, said way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because in reality, you find out, say, in stew, the key ingredient in the stew, I got always be the coconuts. That time when I far right house, I use and I sit there because it get that kind of flavor and that taste for you. But yeah, man, people have to know, say them thing there. And what kind of casting we are thinking about that now? Because again, a point where we are trying to bring home to people, you know, is that if you're eating certain things with balance. It's not like all the people might try to trick you for fees, it will cost a whole lot of money. It's an illusion that them depend, because I see where they are them use up and things still, I see the amount of ones who support it, because about 6 or 7 ones support it. You know? It's what kind of costing, because Yam and sweet potato. How much potato they use in a day?
Alright, so we had the mark blinds today and about 250 a pound for cabbage. Which part we did go?
Yeah.
250 a pound, but at the same time, I mean, people spend a bag of money per pounds off flesh today. So 250 you know, bag of food, even if people want feast right now.
I'm saying 2 cabbage job. That's about 2 pound.
About 4 pound.
About 4 pound like cabbage. That's about a grand then. See?
See? 250 a pound. And in terms of the yam, 3 bills.
How much you buy?
4 pound a yam.
Buy 4 pound of yam too.
Yes,
That's the next 3,200. That's a 1,200.
And 6 bills for peas them.
Yeah, 6 bills. See, so that's about 2,800 so far. But you use yam, sweet potato. How much is sweet potato?
You know, say, alright, when you get them, you know.
Okay, yeah.
But you don't know that now cost now, but
I
I
see,
want
but
is
I-
a sweet potato.
Yeah.
No more
I
than
see.
3 bills, 2
How
bills.
much pound you have? How much potato you have? Okay, so we know, so we're going about 3. So our round top says about a 4 grand that then. Well, yeah, seeing? So if you spend 4 grand now, and you prepare that, seeing?
Probably a 3-5 fire bun, 4
3
grand
5.
just.
No, yeah, tomorrow. So 3 5. And a 6 ones that. There, prepare 6 for out of that now for you. Seeing? So note then that means say I say the average price of that for each of them will be like $500 per person and things still. And then place when you go buy the food out of roll them and sell one of them food for $1,000, $1,500 and never kind of money for you. It's 2 grand.
2 grand in some place for you, man.
See, you can say 2 grand. And it's even cheaper if we remember, you know. We could have plant yam and plant sweet potato, you know.
Yes, sir.
We have coconut tree.
Mm-hmm.
See that we can plant peas so that I show the eye say if we have things that we plant out and plant some of them things you know it gone down to almost 0.
Fire then remember say I from in a farm to in a
Yeah,
Calabash,
Calabash.
so
Yes,
you
I-
have some things. See there? See there? Remember say we have a farm
Yeah.
and out of a farm we take
See that
a
the
portion
Calabash. Yeah.
I season them said way.
Yeah.
So as I say, if I have them thing there, it go reduce the cost significantly.
Significantly, man. And we can't have surrounding, you can't have a pepper tree. So we know some of the things them so they and a season as I said before. Is what give the sip really taste and flavor, you know. Season, you know.
I don't take no time for shook, you know what I mean? Cause
Yeah.
really and truly you put the yam on the thing, you roast the yam and no bag of time that you take for roast the yam.
Oh, for ya. I mean, my car says roast yam. Yeah, because more than I drive up past some place and like them I sell roast. But them have some dear food, man, I sell them, man.
Yeah, man.
How we say? How we place? Yeah, come on, which one I sell them yam thing? What them usually have a place them I sell it. But them and them and fake spelling.
No, man, up away name there. Around the next side, man. Where name there? Melrose.
Hill.
That's so.
But there's some deer something them, man.
Yeah, face pen too, yeah.
I can't say them thing them mama sell, man. But them sell them cheaper than place for your
No,
food, man. I don't know, what's your breadfruit now? Yeah. Eh?
But we are talking about like a place like a Faith Pen or a Melrose Hill for a pass. So then have more than
Now
that.
I pay 3 grand. Eh? Why, hey, so man, really, I didn't think of it. So people besides the fire say, all them things where you lay out the road. Well, you pay for the convenience and the experience. So that's the price and the necessary food. You pay for them. Like the man brother sure say, all right, when you buy it at Melrose, you pay for your experience.
Yes,
But
sir.
I'm saying, but you can have a more high level experience by the eye setting.
Gates, yes, sir.
By doing these things, that's why it's important for them tune in and side. Because I said the AM earlier, I show you when I should thing them on the loving station. No? So yeah, sight exactly the ones them I do. See, so you can create your own, whatever pen you want to call it, and have your own them a set. See, but in the future, we know we're going to start. Now, just show the season, we're going to start, show the ones them how we are doing the planting and certain things. Because I think those are very important for do as well to still know. I want to see how we are planting them. That's a one start. Have them season then in a place. Because you don't need a whole big space.
I'll know some containers said you, man.
Yeah, man. And you have it, and you know. So, and again, when you check out the health and wellness, find out say the season, them man say, Jacob, the season have most of the phytochemicals them in them, no? Seeing we fight off most of the cancers and things. Yeah, herbs and spice, and them having most of those things we fight off, most of the disease them. When I people have, that's why I always emphasize, say we need to, put more season in the food and thing. But yes, but that's the fullness, man, how we really prepare. Yeah, them kind of sip here, where you know, say a sip where solid for the eye, them life promoting sip. Yeah, life promoting sip I deal with. Seeing? So, in a expensive, in a taking up time, and in truth and in fact, sure of what you're actually getting into your system. So, you know, if I stress about it and things still. Seeing? Because more time you go up on the road and you buy something you don't even know. And why night in a bridging? See, that's why it's good when you one can sight or want to do a thing and just go do it all themselves same way. See? But yes, but yeah, those the eye was same. So now I go seal up, relax with the eyes and thing. I give thanks to all of the one them that the production, you know. See, that when say one yes. It's 1 yes production team. I have yard in a Calabash. I vegan, you know? Yeah. Yeah, man, it's always a joy to get and a reading. Today was a really full settings for you.
Yes, sir.
From there, man, in the Barbados, I tell you what, I go to sector, the opportunities that take place, so. See, I'm virtual with Ballers Foundation. And as always, push them in the dubbing station and show you exactly what we need for do. Prepare the supplement things still and avoid some of those high prices. But yeah, man, so give eyes again for everyone who I got tune in, whether I be tuning in now or tuning in post presentation, said we post the reasoning. You see? Yeah, man, more life, more joy and prosperity.
Yes, sir.
Highly.
Alright.
Yeah, come go and make your eyes chant a bit fire.
Mr.